Drip check. I look like a fucking dumb idiot. Story. I got to meet a ton of SA2 people. First, I get to see everybody. I park, whatever. And then I sit down at the table outside. There's like an outdoor patio that has like 2 tables and a shit ton of chairs. I sit down and I look on the table and I notice something that just vaguely looks like a fucking scorched Hot Pocket. What the fuck is this Hot Pocket doing here? And then they're like, bro, bro, you don't know? What do you mean I don't know? I haven't been here. Then they kept calling it a burrito. And I was like, that's not a burrito. Apparently, the one and only Wow took a frozen burrito and put it in the microwave, but apparently he might have accidentally double pressed the button and he just like let it run. People like start kind of smelling smoke and they're like, what? Fire alarm starts going off. They had to open all the windows there and let that bitch air out. And mind you, they're in like an Airbnb, right? Literally fucking in the middle of nowhere in a part of Virginia that literally just has no reception. The Hot Pocket looking thing was the remnants of it. And for whatever reason, they kept it. Like you pick it up and it makes a sound like this. And it's still there, by the way. When I left, it was still on the picnic table that we are all sitting on in this photo. By the way, follow me on Twitter. ID Geek, legend, person who made the driving stages. Like he's the only one who would ever grind it. He's also just really sick at SA2. Huga actually showed up. Kind of a last minute thing. I have a lot of respect for Huga for showing up. Huga is more of a StatX runner. The one and only Aura A66. Sometimes he low-key just sounds annoyed a lot. Just because like, I don't know, just like the way he reacts sometimes. But no. He's a sweetheart, super cool guy. Ethmar, what a fucking goofball, bro. So I have more of a story about Ethmar at the casino later. Modified monkey right here on Matt Merps' shoulders. Matt's like 6'5" or some shit. There's me. Wow. Hey, look, it's me. Stellar, the one and only Stellar. WoW is not like crazily heavily involved in the SA2 community. He's been playing the game for years. Phantoms83 also used to play SA2, doesn't really play it anymore. And then this is Olivia. This is his girlfriend. Next here is the one and only Acini Taco. Poor Taco's knees, bro. He tripped. Oh, I think he raced Phantoms. And I think Phantoms won and just didn't help Taco. Taco was just on the ground, just begging for help, bro. Tylenol. Tylenol's a super homie. It was really great to spend more time with Tylenol. Seth has actually been more recently getting back into SA2. I remember he had a better time than me for a while. He at top 20 and then he kind of stopped playing. He was like, I'm kind of bored. And then of course the one and only KD4.
That's cock and balls.
That's cock. So the main thing that we did the day that I was there, because the first night we got there, we just kind of like hung out. We got food and we kind of chilled for the night. And I was down to do that because I had worked a lot of the day and then drove 3.5 hours to get there. The next day's plan, a lot of the group was going to go to DC and a lot of the group wanted to also go to the casino. I didn't want to go to DC. I was still fucking tired. I was pretty hungover too from the night before, if I'm being honest. I've been to DC before, so it was just like, unless we're doing something specific, this is really not enticing to me. Me and like Tylenol and Stellar and like a few other people like kind of chilled around and just like waited to go meet everybody at the casino. I've never been to a casino before. I was a little bit kind of on the fence about going. Everybody was planning on like going and like drinking, so we had to have DDs, right? If I go, I kind of don't want to be the DD, but then I was like, oh, it's gonna suck because like I don't really want to ride in a car because if you guys don't know, I have really bad motion sickness. It was looking like I was gonna be the one to drive, so I was like, you know what? Let me take a power nap. Let me sit on it. Let me figure it out. After I got up, I actually felt way better. Fuck it, let's go. I had money that I was like, okay, this is the money I'm gonna spend. On the way there, I barely get reception there in the fucking middle of nowhere. It took me 10 minutes to get reception in the direction that we were driving. 45 minutes into the drive, it fucking starts like torrential downpouring on us in the mountains. We are in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. There's no streetlights. The rain starts fucking pounding down and people are driving with high beams on because that's just what people do, right? Make sure that they're not gonna run into like a fucking deer or something. And it was scary because the time where I was driving up a hill, like just out of nowhere, lights started showing up. It came over the hill. I was coming up to meet it and then I just was blinded. I was literally fucking flashbang while it's like torrential pouring and the road is fucking going up and turning. It wasn't like a sharp turn or anything, but it was just a small enough curve for me to be freaked the fuck out. There was a good chance that we were just gonna fucking drive off the road. I was a total Chad the entire time and I was just stone-faced as oh, this isn't that bad. fuck, we're gonna die. Anyways, we survived the drive and we make it to the casino. When we first got there, I was actually kind of worried. I didn't know what like the procedure was for like getting into a casino, but it's so low effort. Literally all you do is you walk in, they scan, like they check your ID, they scan it, and then you're just in. It's a really big fucking place. There's hella slots everywhere. And if you guys don't know, in casinos, they don't have windows and they don't have clocks because they don't want you to know really what time of day it is. They just want you to play. There's like a ton of like psychology shit that goes into it to make you stay and to make you play and like encourage you to like just keep playing because it's so fucking easy to get lost. Winding paths, like literally when you're going down like a straight fucking path of where you see like a ton of slots, it's literally just going like this. It's nuts. It's fun though. It's like literally like an adult fun house. Anyways, we get into some slots. A lot of them are just really confusing. It's hard to figure out what the fuck's going on. It's not like we're trying to sit down, click on the little game rules, and then try to like read everything about it. Because honestly, if you just play, the machine tells you if you win. One of my favorite machines that I played on, which was the hot tamales machine, 27 credits to spin. So 27 cents per spin. And let me tell you, bro, whoo, those bitches go by quick. I swear, it's so easy to just sit there and just keep going. And you just burn money. Sometimes you win, you get like the hit of just like serotonin. Is that the correct word for it? Dopamine. And so we're playing. I'm not winning like a whole lot. I won my very first spin on my first machine. It wasn't much. I didn't win much money. I just won a little bit more than I put in. So we're playing for a little bit. We're not playing a little bit too heavy because we're waiting for the people who were from the DC group to meet us up at the casino. Like before the DC group got there, I was fucking winning. I was winning like 10 bucks, 13 bucks, like profit on each of the machines that I was playing on. And then they showed up and then legit, it was just like every time I sat down in a machine, I didn't walk away with any more money. So I was just not winning. We sit down in this one area where like literally everybody just kind of hops on a machine, just kind of quietly, just in like kind of the same spot. And then we're kind of jamming because there's like fucking music and shit that's playing in the background in some of the machines. Matt was getting like hella free spins on this one machine and it was a fucking jam every time it played. Literally, we were just sitting there like all around, just fucking like snapping and shit to the song. And we're like, okay. Tylenol is sitting on one of the machines called like Sizzling Sevens or something. And he's like, M, like come here. And so I fucking like get up and I like run around the corner and his number is just counting up. And I'm like, how much did you win? And he's like, bro, I won just $100 off of one spin. And I was like, what? That's how that works? Where's my dub? Damn, we love to see the homies winning. Like it's us against the casino. You know, that's like really how it goes. Fucking WoW, by the way. WoW decides at the last minute that he wants to go just put all of the money that he has in his wallet on one hand of blackjack. He walks up to the table. Everybody like kind of like gets out of the way. He hands the guy the money and then he like takes all of his chips and he goes, I think he had 13. He hit and then got a 10 and lost all the money on one hand. And that was it. And then he just got up and walked away. And I honestly think that the people at the table were probably like annoyed with him, bro. Because they made like this space for him to like sit down at the table to like chill with everybody. And then he fucking bets everything he has on one hand and loses in one hit. Ethmar was just spinning. Oh, just one more copium. Just one more win. And like, I'm trying to leave. I get up. I'm like, Ethmar, we're leaving you if you don't get up right now. And then I was like, come on guys, let's go. And nobody gets up. Nobody gets up at all. Everybody's just sitting there like, trust the process. We have to let him gamble. What? I'm trying to go home. It's like 3 a.m. at this point. I'm trying to go. I have to drive and I'm hungry and I lost all my money and I'm trying to go fucking home. And these guys are like, no, trust the process. And Ethmar ended up walking away with less money. If we had just gotten up when we were going to, then maybe he would have actually earned more money. I lost the most money out of everybody. I was down horrendously, chat. I lost like 130, 140. Hey, listen, this is a lesson. 3 big winners in order of profits made. Ethmar at like a profit of like $100. Tylenol at a profit of about, I think like 60 or something. Either Matt or Tylenol is like the next one. Yes, so Taco but apparently there was a girl who was sitting on a goddamn machine and she won 14K. Fucking stone-faced. Like she'd seen it a billion times. And that's the sign that somebody is down gigabad. 14K, doesn't react, just sits there. And that was pretty much it. That was the casino story. We got home at like fucking like 6 a.m. and then we slept until like noon today. It was really cool to meet like all the people. And yeah, I mean, I just overall had a great time. It was super cool to meet all the SA2 people. Every homie was hugged and kissed. For sure. Oh yeah! No, okay. Bonus story. Nutella hot dogs. That sounds nasty, right? Matt Merps, he's a big fan of these, right? And we were all like, what in the fuck are you talking about, dude? Matt's like from Washington or some shit, and we're like, what are they feeding you up there, bro? And not everybody wanted to try them, rightfully so, right? Because it's fucking gross. Katie was not a fucking fan. I tried it. I hate to tell you guys this. It was kind of good. Now, I'm not saying that I would go out of my way necessarily to make Nutella hot dogs, but it was pretty good. Because, like, you have to think about it. You have, like, sweet relish and shit. Like, relish is, like, slightly sweet, not crazy sweet. Nutella's kind of in the same realm. And it was actually mad good. And that's it.